Hi everyone, today on our Ivy and the Inky Butterfly page we have another key. Sorry. I'm just dusting my book. It's got really dusty. I haven't used it. It's only been a day or so. There we go. That's better. I don't do all my dusting with a makeup brush, by the way. So we have a key today. I'm just going to grab a book to pop under the page, which I haven't quite organised myself yet. And we can get going. Now I'm using my Polychromos as I have been for all of this page. I'm just going to keep with the same pencils all the time, just because I think it's easier for you to follow along if you know what I'm doing, and hopefully you've got some similar or the same that you can use as well. Now I'm going to do this key silver only because we've done a gold padlock yesterday for yesterday's video, and we don't want the same again. So let's do something silver. Now I use the cold greys in the Polychromos for silvers, and we can just use one grey and make it work, but actually I'm going to show you with a series of greys because it's quite a simple picture. We might as well try and do something a little bit more fancy with it. So I'm going to work through the cold greys. I probably won't go all the way to 1. It's quite pale, but I'm going to start with the cold grey 6. It's hard for you to see that, I realise that. Hopefully you can just about. And I'm going to think about where on the key are there going to be some shadows that I need to emphasise, or some areas that I want to just look a little bit darker. And my very first place is along here, look, because this piece, if you think about what a real key looks like, this piece here tends to be a little bit lower down than this piece here, so there'd be a little bit of a shadow. So that's what I'm just marking out there, and I'm going to do the same by shadowing, by apparently drawing across there. I should erase that later. By doing shadows anywhere I think they might occur on the key. So I'm going to do a little one here and here, a tiny bit there, here, look, and here and here. And I'm thinking this bit might be set a bit further back, so it might be a little bit darker altogether, so make that a little bit thicker. A shadow there, and under this loop, under here, and then under here and here, and under here and here. So quite straightforward. I'm just going to put a little bit under there and there. So I think that's all I'm going to do with that one. I'm just going to grab my rubber. It's a bit dirty, but hopefully I'll find a clean side just to erase that offensive streak of pencil. Pencil doesn't always erase brilliantly, but fortunately that has. So that's our first one. Now we're going to use the next one along in my tin. Now I've got the 120, I'm very lucky, so I go straight to cold grey 5. Here we go. If you don't have the 5, if you've got a smaller tin, you're not going to have every single grey, I'm assuming. I don't know what the smaller tins are. I used to have a 36, but just use a slightly lighter one if you have one, or do a slightly less pressure on the other one. So what I'm going to do now is to try and think about shaping on the key and making it look shiny and all those things. I'm going to start here at the top. That's actually got quite a lot of dark on it. I'm going to leave that for now. Now this one here is, if you think about, it's drawn in a flat way, but the key isn't flat, so this is going to be rounded. It's going to be darker on there and there compared to the rest, and hopefully you can already see how that looks slightly more rounded. Messed up a bit there. There we go. Don't do it that thick. I just messed up. And here I'm going to do a little bit of darker colour here and here. Now this round piece here, I'm going to do the same as with this one. So I'm going to go around this central part. I'm going to concentrate a bit because I don't want to mess it up like I did on the other piece. So just try and put a layer of the grey all the way around the edge like that, and then around the outside edge as well. This isn't the way I normally colour keys, so it's a little bit different, which I think is nice for you. If you've seen some of my previous videos, you may have seen me do a key. Don't know, some of my old videos haven't got a lot of views. I think I'm edging up to 800 now. Did I not do a line there, but I did one there? I'm not sure. If I did, I can't see it. I'm just going to put one back. Now, as I said, these two bits are going to be slightly lower than this piece, so I'm going to want them to be a little bit darker, so I'm going to emphasize that dark there and there a bit, like that. Here I think I'm going to go around this. It's like a little sphere, and here on either side. Now I've got this bit a little bit each side. Now my aim for this key is that it's going to look like the light is shining directly from above, and it's going to have a shine line down the middle. This is how I do a lot of my metallics, because it's nice and easy. I like to keep my life simple. I like things to look pretty, but I don't want to spend 10 years colouring one picture. I know some people spend, not 10 years, but a very long time, and they have absolutely beautiful work, and I'm very much in admiration of their patience and their, you know, sort of stamina, I suppose. But I like to get things done, but spend some time on them. I think the longest I've spent on a page is a few weeks, and but I was working, so I was only doing a few hours a day. I think I'm going to make that do for that pencil. I'm distracting myself by talking, as I always do. This one is Cold Grey 4, you'll have to just believe me, he's getting a little short. And what I'm going to do is just extend some of that shading on some of the items. This one still doesn't need a lot, but just pull that colour in a bit. That's it. In sort of every area, really. Yeah, I like to, as I say, I like to get things done, finished. I'm a sort of rush. I tend to rush things a lot. I used to find when I was having to be accurate in my job, I found that quite difficult. But I got there. But I would make mistakes. But luckily, that job, our work was checked because it was important that it was right. I'm just going over all the bits we've done already and just making them slightly larger. The area of grey slightly larger. So yeah, you know, I tend to like to go really fast. All of my life is fast. You know, I cook fast, I move, I don't really walk fast. But I suppose I do that faster than some people. But I just push on and get things done really quickly. And I think that's how I manage to make so many videos, because I try not to rush when I'm actually colouring and talking to you. But when I'm editing and things like that, I'm doing it really fast. So we've moved on to Cold Grey 3, which is quite a pale one. This might be the palest one we use. Might not be. We've got another one. So I'm actually just going to finish off these bits first. I don't want them to... I'm going to go around the edge, look, and leave a tiny bit of shine. Do you see? A little bit of white there. I don't think that one, actually, I might just go over that because I did on that side. So it's just a bit paler. Okay, so that's that bit. Oh, I'm fidgeting in my chair. This pencil isn't sharpener. Believe it or not, it's not sharpener for me for these really fine details. So I'm just going to sharpen it a little bit more. There we go. Right, this very top bit, I'm just going to go all the way around the edge of it, and I want to leave a little white shiny bit. So that's done. This one I'm going to extend the circle a bit more. I want to leave some white, so it's done. This one I'm just going to extend that to the middle and leave a small white area, and that bit's done. And here, I had contemplated trying to do some coloured metallics. They're quite difficult, I find, personally. But we may do some later on this page because we do have other metallics. I'm trying to leave a white line where I can, but in some areas the grey's too thick. So there's bits of white and bits that aren't. And I think that's okay. I think that works well. This one I'm going to go all the way around the edge. Like that. There we go. bring this one into the centre. And this one. Now if you want to, you can always do your metallics with a metallic pen. You've got a really good shine. Metallic pencils I find don't really. I have actually recently just discovered some and was doing some colouring with them. I'll show you as she's just nearby. I did a mandala and oops. So here it is, but you can see the colours look quite dull and they don't really shine, not like a pen. But anyway, it was fun. I liked the muted colours a lot, but if I wanted to do metallics, I don't think that's what I would use if I wanted to do something like this. Okay, let's carry on. Sorry for the distraction. So yes, I might be in a rush, but I seem to be easily distracted. So take that bit in around the circle of that. And here, we've actually got quite a lot left here. I think we might have forgotten to do it last time, but that's okay. Just keep moving that in. If you take a bit from each side, then it's easier to find the central part. You don't want too much shine. If we leave too much white on the key, it looks bent. Because it's darker here and here, so that can give the impression that it's bent, which we don't want to do. I'm just going to go over those bits a little bit with some tiny bit of grey. Maybe just a little bit dark on the edges. There we go. Okay. And that is our key finished. We haven't been too long, but sometimes I think it's quite nice to have a shorter video if you haven't got a lot of time. I'm just going to dust it off. Got a little bit of pencil dust. There we go. But I hope that's okay. There isn't really much more to do. I haven't decided what I'm doing for these stars yet, so I can't show you that. As I said, I think before, I'm going to wait to the end and then make a decision on those. So there's our key. So I hope that was okay. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Try and do some colouring, please. And happy colouring.